like I said, I'm born and raised Oklahoma. You kind of see my background where I've been. I'm a coach's kid. Don't know how to do anything else. Football's been in my blood. And, again, you see my wonderful family there, my wife, my 5-week-old. If you want to holler at me, you can get at me at Coach Gower on Twitter, and would love to learn and teach and just talk ball. So without further ado, let me get to talking about third down, okay? So we're still good?
Yep. Okay.
So third down defense, okay? And third down's been very, very important to us. I think as a defense, and there's my contact again, I think as a defense, you've got to make third down be different than first, second down, okay? So what we do is we acknowledge 3 rules for third down, okay? And the first rule is, well, how do I say this? Don't make third down be like first or second down. It's its own entity, okay? I want to make the offensive coordinator that I'm going to be facing on Friday night, I want to make him work. I want him to spend time on our third and long packages, okay? Whether we bring 1 or 2 different packages, I want that guy to work. I don't want first down to be just like 3rd and 8 and vice versa, okay? And number 2, don't do the same thing over and over. Build packages. Have multiple simplicity. Have multiple things that you do within 3rd and long, okay? So that's what we're talking about is 3rd and 5, 6, 7 plus of create your packages. Don't always have that nose guard. He's great on first and second down, but, man, you probably need to get him off the field on 3rd and 7 plus, okay? And then make your opponents work. Make your opponents work on third down, okay? Again, I talked about this. I talked about, make that offense coordinator work on Sunday, okay? And so where do you start? Where do we start with this? Number 1, we identify our best blitzer, okay? So when we bring 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 pressure, I'm always thinking bring our best guy. The best guy you got walking the hallway, you got to think he's coming from somewhere, whether it be left, right, strong, weak, field boundary, somewhere he's going to come, okay? And I'll show you how we do that. Let me skip and where it goes, run the reports, and that's crucial. The first rule of third down is 3rd and 6, same as 3rd and 2. And I heard a guy say, find the cut. Okay, somewhere that offense coordinator that you're facing, their run-pass ratio dramatically changes. Okay, so like if it's 3rd and 5 and they're 50% run, 50% pass, you probably want to keep base defense on the field. But if it's 3rd and 6 and they're 90% pass and 10% run, that's where you can bring in different personnels and different packages. Okay, so that's how we find the cut. Okay, that's how we feel comfortable bringing heat and getting a little crazy, bringing 4, 5, and 6, and getting the ball out fast after we've identified where does the run-pass ratio dramatically change. Okay, and then the next one is, we got to think 3rd and 1, 2, 3, and 4, protect the RPO. I'm going to tell you how we take the conflict guy out of conflict. Okay, the next one is don't let the guy beat you. Everybody's got the offense coordinator. Everybody's got that place on the call sheet where it's like, okay, I've got to get the stud the ball. I got to get my X factor the ball on to keep the drive going. Okay, to not get beat on 3rd and 5 and have to punt. All right. And the next one's screen game. Okay, who's the spy guy? You always want to have a spy guy on 3rd and 7. It's a great time to drop a D lineman. It's a great time to have a spy guy because, if there's a guy that's a stud that's in the backfield, there's a good chance T-screen's coming, okay? So you kind of got to figure out who the X factor is and don't let him beat you. And if he's in the backfield, well, spy him. Now, okay, here we go. Again, don't have to be too exotic to be effective. Now, I'm going to show you how we just bring a simple, regular old 4-man rush, but I'm going to show you how we have a stand-up radar package that's been going forever. Again, run the reports, self-scout yourself. Guys, after every Friday night, I break us down on third down. I break us down, want to know what packages we're in, when we bring 3, 4, 5, 6. And so, again, I think self-scout's vital because that offense is coming in Saturday morning and breaking you down as well. So I think it's important that you self-scout yourself and wonder, am I doing the same thing? Am I bringing the same blitz always the same time on 3rd and 6 with the same people, okay? The next thing is practice third down every day. It's its own entity, okay? You can't make it be like first, second down. Again, if that offense coordinator goes, hey, 3rd and 7 is just like 1st and 10, you haven't given him anything to work for, okay? 3rd and 7, he's got to hate. And I don't just mean for his offense. He's got to think about, man, what package are they going to be in? What blitz are they going to bring? How are they going to cover up my stud? I've got to find somebody else to throw it to. Okay, you and your kids need to understand how important third down is and make your kids look forward to it. And so figure out what you do best and figure out how to make that offensive coordinator work on Sunday for your third down package. Okay, so example, like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we work every day on third down. On Monday, we set the tone. On third and long, we tell our kids, all right, guys, find the cut is 3rd and 6 this week. Okay, because again, I talked about 3rd and 5, they're 50% run, 50% pass. But on 3rd and 6, man, they're like 80-20 pass to run. Okay, so my kids know, and it keeps them in the game, that on 3rd and 6, man, we're going to bring 3 off the field and bring 3 on and get a nickel, a dime, a stand-up package. We're going to do something that's different than, again, just first down with a different personnel. Okay, and again, I think it's crucial that you do third down periods. Now, we're a 6A high school, and we have the luxury of having 11 on offense and 11 on defense. But I think it's crucial that you work third down good on good. Best 11 versus best 11 for a 5 or 10-minute period so you can rep a live rep, bringing in your packages, okay, working 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. I think it's crucial. If you have the personnel, you have the bodies to do it, I think you need to do that at least once a week. Okay, again, and work third down every day. Now, self-scout, okay, and checklist. I go through a checklist every day about, did we do this for third down? Guys, third down is so crucial in defense. Again, you can't make 3rd and 7 be like 1st and 10. Okay, what's my answer to the guy? Have I got all scale reps, the team reps? Have I got my 3x1 coverages in? Okay, have I got my FIB, my formation in the boundary call? Okay, do my kids go over the tricks? Great time for 3rd and 6 for them to pull a rabbit out of their hat. Have I gone over the film sessions? I check this off every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and make sure that by Friday morning, our kids and myself have done this checklist to get ready for third down. Okay, now, here's what's fun. I'm going to show you this. Okay, this is what we call our Renegade package. Okay, and this is just kind of showing you the fun that you can have when it's 3rd and 10. Okay, this is a 3rd and 10 situation, and this team had shown that they're going to make a huge break on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 plus, and their pass to run ratio is dramatically going to change. Now, you will see that they run some kind of power gap scheme thing. Okay, but because I've got my 11 best dudes on the field, okay, and it's 3rd and 10, they have kind of resorted to, man, it's middle of the field, we're just going to punt, get the 4th down. For us, that's a win. Now, did they break tendency? Sure. They did not do this on 3rd and 10. But because if they brought in the package, it was like waving the white flag. And they said, man, I don't want to mess with this what we call our Renegade package. And therefore, we get to stop. We bring people from everywhere, and it's punt. And the ball is back to the offense. Okay, I'll go over Renegade package more later. Okay, just kind of bear with me here, guys, as I kind of motion through this, all right? Okay, the first thing, think players, not plays. You got to think a defensive mentality. One of the things that we talk about is that offensive coordinator, he always has that place on his play sheet that says, all right, when it's 3rd and 5 in crunch time, that dude is getting the football. But you got to number one, take him away, but number two, think about it from your perspective. Bring your best dude, okay? Think players, not plays. And so it's a regular 4-man rush idea. Bring your best. Think players, not plays from a defensive perspective. And find a way to move the blitz guy around. Okay? One of the greatest compliments I ever got was, man, we could not figure out where this dude was, where your dude was. We knew he was the best player you had, but we didn't know if he was coming from the right, the left, the strong, the weak, the field, the boundary. Okay? We knew that he was coming, and we had the game plan, and we had to find a way, and you'll see in the clip here later, we had to figure out a way to bring him from right, left, strong, weak, and people had to game plan that and slide to him, and you'll see how people do that. Guys, don't overcomplicate this. Bring the fast dude on a 4-man rush. Okay, any personnel you have, where it's base, I'll show you how we do it out of base, but bring the fast guy. I think sometimes on third down and sometimes even in the game of football, we overcomplicate we want to twist and loop and stunt and do this and make it look all pretty. Sometimes, man, you just got to say, you know what? It's my fast outside linebacker, my best blitzer against your offensive tackle. Okay, so think speed, think edge rush. Okay, so in here you're going to see that's crunch time. Okay, it's 3rd and 8, and you're going to see my best outside linebacker come from the strong side, come from the field. Okay, and he's not going to get the sack, but he is going to get the pressure. And this is out of base. Okay, this is out of 3rd and 8, and I'm thinking 4-down territory. So we kept the base on the field, and you'll see that we bring the guy from the field. Now, does he get the sack? No, but it creates a 4-man rush. The guy becomes flushed. The quarterback becomes flushed, okay, based off a 4-man rush. Now, how are you going to do it? How do you cover up that guy? We don't void zones. So what we're doing is you'll notice the corner's got 1, the strong's got 2, but to have a cut player, we call the cut player, the Mike is going to push and replace that nickel. Okay, again, we do not just void zones. Okay, now it is 3rd and 8 on the 8-yard line. I get it, but I'm thinking 4-down territory right here. Okay, it's one of those late in the ball game. A field goal's not going to do anything for them. So again, we're bringing the outside pressure with our best linebacker, our best outside linebacker against their offensive tackle. Okay, and it flushes to my will linebacker, who becomes the 5th rusher. Okay, now here we go again. So all right, notice the D&D. It's 3rd and 8. Notice that I'm going to bring my outside linebacker from the field, okay? Now, I wish my Mike would push out faster. You see the Mike, he's pushing. He knows where to go. He's just late doing it. Now, you'll see how the field backer gets the 4-man pressure, but you'll notice my flush player coming from the opposite side, my jack outside linebacker coming from the opposite side of the field, knowing he's the 5th rusher. Even though I didn't tag him, I thought players, not plays. Okay, easy, simple. Bring the 4th man rush, and you'll see when we rush, we have what's called the flush player. The flush player you'll see at the 50-yard line right here where my cursor is, he becomes like our 5th man rush based on he knows he's the flush player. And obviously we get the TFL, the sack, and it's a punt situation. Again, notice D&D, it's 3rd and long. We bring the field pressure, just a 4-man rush. Nothing extravagant, but it turns into a 5-man rush, 5-man pressure based on our flush principles. Okay, again, we're doing this out of base idea. You see 7 right there becoming the 5th man rush. Okay, now again, I talked about move the best guy you got around. Here's a situation where we flipped him. So we made what we call a flip call. Okay, and you'll notice that my backer was to the field and he was from the strong side and he was coming edge pressure. Okay, this time we said, man, we're going to bring him from the boundary, from the weak side. And you'll see the offense slide to him and check the protection and slide to him because they know they've seen us in the game planners, but they had to make us work. We had to work, and they had to work on us because I've shown that nickel backer is going to come from the strong, the weak, the left, the right. And also it's great because we're able to bracket that X on the backside, and I'll show you this in the clip. Okay, now this in a playoff game, okay, that guy up top, the X receiver to the single side, we had to bracket him. So we're playing like an invert look, and we're 2-on-1, but we're bringing pressure from the boundary. Okay, and you'll see that we get the pressure here. Okay, again, it's a regular 4-man rush. Now, to the trip side, we're playing 4 over 3 with the corner, the strong, the free, and the Mike. Notice we're 4 over 3 to trip. So what we did is we made a flip call. Flip means that the nickel and the free safety are going to flip sides. The jack's going to back up and be the cut player on that X receiver who, if he catches the football, we're going to get beat. So it's awesome to make the flip call and bring your best outside linebacker now from the flip side or from the boundary weak side. Okay, here's another look from the tight copy. Okay, now, so our opponent has seen this. We've repped it. They've repped it in practice. Okay, and let me go through kind of the film here. All right. Now, you're going to see that we get to the state championship. Okay, so on this right here, this is state championship in 2006, and we're playing Tulsa Union. And Tulsa Union is good at what they do. They got good players, good coaches, good schemes, and they have seen that we have flipped my number 26, okay, to the boundary. You'll see that he's coming from the boundary right here, from the weak side. And so what they did is they checked, protected, and slid the protection to him. Okay, now again, this X up top is not allowed to beat us. Okay, he cannot beat us. If he catches the football, we're going to lose. Somebody else has to beat us. So again, we're 4 over 3 with the corner, the strong, the free, and the Mike. Again, we flipped the free and the nickel from opposite sides. So again, notice that the think players, not plays idea. Cut the X on the X side to the split side. Don't let him catch the football. Now, you'll see on the end zone copy that they pick up, they slid to him because we've shown on film, they've game planned it, they slid to him. This is one of the biggest compliments I ever got was, Coach, we didn't know where he was, so we had to check our protection. Now, that means that somebody else is going to have to win. And you'll see that our nose wins to get the sack. Now, for the next one is RPO conflict. Okay, everybody loves RPO conflict on, that 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 idea. And you'll see in 2x2, this is our base. We base off an O-tier tight 4-eye, 0-4-eye front. And we always have this nickel who's in conflict. Okay, so what we do to take them out of conflict on third and short, third and medium, is we eliminate the conflict with the blitz. Okay, and you'll see what I mean. Well, coach, are you just bringing him and you're playing cover one? No, I'm not. What we're doing to eliminate the conflict with the blitz is we think opposite, and I'll tell you what that means. We BTF or BTB. We will blitz the formation or blitz the back. And what that does is we take the conflict player out of conflict with the blitz game. So we're going to bring the pressure into the back from the away side. Okay, so if the nickel's on the right, we're going to bring the pressure from the left. Okay, we think opposite. Okay, you'll see it right here. We think opposite. Single high is not the answer for us. We don't roll down, play cover one or cover three and just blitz. That's not what we do. We blitz into the flow of the running back, and we must understand the get back set and game plan. I'll show you what that means. So defending the modern day triple option: blitz the back or blitz the formation, BTF and BTB. Well, coach, what's that mean? Okay, so now I'll show you a way how we formation blitz here. Now, this is a situation where the offense gave us a pro twin spread look, but the back is to the field, and this nickel, this outside backer, is in conflict. So I made a BTB call, a blitz the back call, which means you will see that we're going to stunt or slant and bring a five-man pressure away from the back and into the back. Okay, so it's from the away side, but it's into the back, and you'll see that 99, our D lineman, becomes a C-gap player and takes our 33, our nickel backer, out of conflict. Okay, so again, think opposite. I know a lot of people blitz the conflict guy and roll down and play cover one. We don't. You got to think opposite. Okay, this is a way for us to take out that RPO conflict on third and medium, okay? Now, obviously, they don't run RPO here. They drop back, but of course, I don't know that, okay, as defense coordinator. I'm thinking in my mind, here comes RPO, and so we're going to run what we call back blitz. And you'll notice, okay, again, I'll go to the end zone copy. All right, you'll notice that what it does is it takes our 33, that nickel backer, out of conflict, okay? You'll see 99 pop out the C gap. The B gap player's the Mike, the A gap player's the nose. We're long sticking that four technique to the A. The Will's in the B gap, and that Jack, number 46, he's off the edge. Okay, again, it's a great answer to alleviating the RPO conflict and taking the conflict player out of conflict. Again, here's a situation where that field backer's the conflict player. Okay, you'll notice that the back is set to the conflict player. So what we did is a BTB, blitz the back idea. You'll see that we're bringing a weak side pressure with our Jack and our Will linebacker to alleviate the conflict out of the conflict player. Let me scroll through this film right quick so you kind of see the idea. Okay, so here we go with the end zone copy. So you see 23, the back's right there. My conflict dude is saying, Coach, I'm in conflict, but I've taken him out. I've done that. I've called BTB, blitz the back. My kids know we're going to blitz into the flow, and we're going to take 26's conflict player out of conflict. Now, another great one, okay, is this, where we will bring the corner to take out the conflict player, and I'll show you. Now, here's a situation, okay, where they gave us trips, the opponent gave us trips, okay, and we wanted to blitz the formation because we could not determine if the back was going to be offset plus or minus, strong or weak, or pistol. So what we did is we brought the corner to take out the mic. Now, I'll show you this. How do I get out of my share screen?
If you just hit, if you want to, okay, so you want to hit, go back to the Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Yep. And then just hit stop share. There you go. Yep.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to do this on the board. So we're going to be 3x1. Often going to be 3x1. And hopefully I'm drawing this big enough. And so what we did is we made, again, a BTF, a blitz of formation. And what we did is we covered down the mic. All right, this is out of base. So again, we're out of 4I, 0, 4I. So we bossed or bumped the mic over to the C gap and played what we call lock or two read, okay, on 3 and 2. Now, there's a problem. Again, we didn't know if the back was going to be plus, pistol, or minus. Now, you see in the clip that he's kind of offset minus. He's kind of offset weak. But again, we made a BTF call. And so that means that Mike is in conflict. Okay, that Mike's a C-gap player. So what we did is we brought Crash. We bought a BTF, which for that week meant we were going to bring Crash or corner blitz. So what we do is the 4 is going to pop to the C, the no is going to pop to the A, the end's going to long stick to the A, the jack's going to read the tackle. If he's at me, I'm going to come under the B. The corner is the C-gap blitzer. And that B gap, the strong B gap, is now played by the will, which alleviates the conflict by the Mike linebacker. And the free safety is what we call hot to one. He's playing hot to one with the free safety on the X receiver. Okay, again, what we notice is the Mike was in conflict. We want to take him out of conflict because the offense, I'm thinking it's 3rd and medium. They're going to try to RPO this guy. And again, I could not make a determination whether the back was plus, pistol, or minus. So we just said, hey, blitz the formation. And when we got 3-by-1, that meant that the BTF, the blitz formation idea that for that week was Crash. Okay, and I'll show you on the film. So if you'll see this. So you'll see the corner come because, again, it's a BTF stunt. It's a BTF blitz. Again, this offense, we could not determine whether the back was plus or minus or pistol. So we didn't worry about it. We just worried about the formation. We said, look, if it's trips, we're going to make a BTF call, which meant, again, we're going to bring the 5-man pressure with the jack in the corner weak to take that Mike, and you'll see this kid, number 8. He's looking at me, Coach. I know I'm in conflict. So I need to bump out and cover down 3. So what this does for us is I really wish the Mike linebacker would kind of be on this O right here, okay? I wish he would really, truly cover down number 3 because he's not in the fit. He doesn't have a gap. He's bonus. He's extra. And you'll kind of see the will begin to play the front side B, and this Mike linebacker be the extra player, the bonus player. So that's a great way, okay? That's a great way to alleviate, the conflict, and I'll show you kind of how it works, okay, on a template. Let me show you. So let me work through it. So here's kind of the idea, okay, is you see that the Mike is in conflict, okay. The Mike's in conflict right there. So what we do is the anchor is going to cop out to the C. The nose is going to take the A. The tackle is going to lock stick to the A. The jack's going to come under the B, and the corner is going to blitz the C gap edge. Okay, again, it alleviates the conflict out of the Mike linebacker. Okay, now the next 3rd down. Okay, the next 3rd down that we're going to go after, okay, is wide front and how we develop our 3rd down packages. Okay, so here we go. Wide front. What's wide? Okay, we're going to talk about why we have different packages. You need to find a way to get the 4th and 5th DB on the field. Give those guys a job. It creates buy-in. You may have that 12th or 13th or 14th kid. He's not your top 11, but he's good enough to be on the field on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, okay? And so what we have found is we found different packages and different personnels that we can bring on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 to get that 4th linebacker, that 5th DB, create a true dime package that gives those guys a job. Okay, again, it creates buy-in. And so the first thing we talk about on a package is what we call wide. Okay, wide is just the package name, and it's wide front. Well, what is wide front? It's a 505 front, but I mean they're wide. Okay, those 5s are wide. And they're the best 2 edge rush players we got. Again, think players, not plays. Not necessarily D linemen on the edges. Kind of more of your best outside linebacker types that can rush the edge. Okay, you can get a one-on-one matchup with an offense tackle. Now, what personnel? Do you want a 2-3-6, a 2-4-5? We've done this out of a 1-5-5 personnel, okay? A 3-4-5 man rush and make people spend time on this package. Now, you can still run on your base blitzes, bring 4, bring 5, bring 6, do what you want to out of this, okay? But what makes it is 2 things. Number 1, how you built the personnel out of it, okay? Here's like our identification. Like you'll see our 6 favorite strong blitzes and our 6 favorite weak blitzes. And notice that they're kind of brother-sister to each other, okay? But my point is you can still bring your favorite blitzes that you've installed since day one. Now, again, here's why, Okay, here's why. So I've got my best 2 edge rushers on the field. Now, you'll notice that's really good, and you've schemed and you've broke down the film that it's great because the offense has to make a decision. How are we going to block this wide? Are we going to slide it, or are we going to try to bob and fan it? Okay, either way, with this wide package, again, my 2 best speed rushers are against your offense tackle, and we get a one-on-one matchup. Okay, now you'll notice, hey, this is just a simple four-man rush from our Mike inside backer. Knows it's 3rd and 13, nothing extravagant. But what makes it? Number 1, the personnel. Number 2, getting your best speed rush guys on the edge. Okay, again, here we go. Again, this kind of goes where you think players, not plays. Okay, again, here's kind of a 4-man rush idea that we're giving our 5 techniques a 2-way go. Okay, they can't be wrong. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we are able to generate matchups on 3rd down to generate pressure using 3 rushers to take up 4. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 rushers to take up 4 offensive linemen. Well, Coach, how do we do that? Now, again, this is out of wide front. Okay, and what we're going to do with the Mike and the Will, and you can play whatever coverage in the back end, where it's 2-man, quarters, cover 2, whatever you want to do in the back end. I'm talking about the box here, my Mike and Will and my 3 down linemen. Okay, again, this is out of wide front. And what we're doing is we're reading the slide pro with the 2 inside linebackers. You will see in this clip that my Mike linebacker goes. Why does he go? Because he notices that the slide goes away from him. Show you the end zone copy, and it'll see the tight copy. So you'll see my Mike and Will are looking at the slide. My Mike and Will are identifying if the slide goes away from me, that means I'm going to be one-on-one with the tackle, and that means that a B gap is going to open. So thus, I'm going to blitz the open B gap. And we get the one-on-one matchup that we want from our wide 5. Okay, again. So 21 and 6 are looking at the lineman. They say, okay, if the linemen slide away from me, I'm going. If they slide to me, I'm going to replace my buddy. You see 21 replace number 6 because based on the slide. Now, what we also figured out of this is we also will blitz into the slide. Well, Coach, why do you do that? Why do you waste the guy? And you'll notice that we were able to take up 4 blockers for 3 of our rushers. So again, you'll notice our Mike and Will. This time we game plan that if the slide comes to you, you're going to blitz into the slide. And here's why. So you will see that this guard fans or slides to our Mike linebacker. What that creates is a one-on-one for both 5 techniques, for both edge rush guys. Okay, I'll show you this. So again, this is out of wide front. Our Mike and Will are looking at the slide. And we taught it this week that if the slide goes to you, that will mean that the guard will pick you up. Because again, if we go away from it, that means the guard could actually fan out and go now 2-on-1 guard on tackle with our end. We didn't want that. So now we're going to get the Mike to blitz into the slide. And that sounds crazy, but what it does for us is it allows us to get our 2 defensive ends, our 2 outside linebackers that are playing stand-up 5 techniques and get the one-on-one matchups that we want. So again, you'll see that we're able to take 3 rushers, the nose, the Mike, and that front side to the field 5 technique. They're going to take 4 for 3. And now again, that number 8, you'll see he just becomes the replaced backer. Again, secondary, you can do what you want, play cover 3, quarters, however you want to do it. I'm merely talking about the box. So here's a good look at it. So again, my 2 inside backers, they saw that the slide went to number 6, so he went. And again, it gets us the one-on-one matchups with our 5 techniques. Okay, now, exotic Renegade. Here's our Renegade package. What's Renegade? Okay, Renegade's a 3rd and long situation that's simple, effective, and you need to execute. It's awesome. The kids love it. They love what we call Renegade. Simple, it's fun, and it makes people work on it. What kind of package is it? It's the best 11 guys you got, whether steal from the offense coordinator, steal from the head coach, okay? just steal. It's the best 11 dudes in your hallway, and kids love it. It allows for fun. It breaks up the monotony of practice and creates confusion for the offense. And we can bring a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6-man rush. Who's blitzing? Who's dropping? Okay, and again, it creates confusion for the offense, and it's easy to install. Now, here's how we classify this, okay? We take in 10 blitzes out of Renegade, and you'll notice that we have Native American names. And I'm big about word association and verbiage, and so these are our Native American names and how we classify our Renegade blitz, okay? So you'll see what Renegade is to us. You'll see that all 11 guys are standing up, okay? And this is just a 4-man pressure. And what we do is we call this Apache, okay? And they cannot be wrong. We're not worried about run fits. It's 3rd and 11 in the situation. I'm not worried about who's got this gap or that gap or whatever and run fit. I'm worried about getting to the quarterback as fast as possible. Now, in the situation we're playing 2-man, this is just Apache. And I tell our kids, man, you're just going to go find a gap and hit it. And you'll notice that in this tight copy right here, that we'll take up 3 for 6. You'll notice they keep the back of protection, and number 8 will come free. The ball's got to come out fast. So Renegade's exotic. It's fun. It's awesome to install. Say, well, Coach, what are they doing? How do they know it? I don't tell them. I say, look, Apache, you go find a gap. Find a gap, surprise me where you go, and get to the quarterback and create pressure. Now, you'll see this one. Okay, again, this is kind of before half, so we brought in Renegade. And you'll see that we've got 5 guys on the line. Who's coming? Who's dropping? We've taken away their X factor over here. Don't throw it to him. And you'll see that the Mike and Will cross, and we call this Axe. Okay, you'll see the cross out of it. And the spy guy, okay, you see the spy guy on the tailback just in case for tailback screen, trying to get a cheap one before half. So again, guys, Renegade is fun. And you can term it, whatever terminology you want. Okay, it's fun for kids. They love it. Best 11 dudes you got walking your hallway. Put them on this package and let them have fun with it. Okay, here's one in the state finals. All right, again, we're playing 2-man out of this. Again, now it's just a 3-man rush. This tailback, we were actually doubling him. He was not allowed to catch football. If he caught it, which he did that night sometimes, it was going to be a long night. And you notice, man, it just becomes a 3-man rush. But we take up 5 blockers for 3, and the quarterback's under stress. And I'll show you the last one, okay? It's been really, really good to us as I kind of go through this film here. Okay.
Coach, we got about 5 minutes, Coach.
Yeah, here's our last one, okay? So here's one where I call a 3-man rush, and the players actually call the 4-man rush. Coach, what do you mean? I call the 3-man rush from the sideline, but they get to add a 4th rusher. Okay, our kids do, and they love it because they kind of get to do their own thing, and who knows how it's going to work out. Okay, so I'll show you how this works. What we do is we call this wide double spy gold, and we're playing 2-man out of this, okay? And so here's kind of a diagram. We're playing 2-man, period. Regardless, that's coverage we're playing. Georgia University in Alabama, they call it odd mirror 5, okay? And I stole it from them. And so what we're doing is this, again, out of wide package. So, again, I've got my 2 best speed rush guys off the edge as 5 techniques, and we're playing a double spy technique. Now, you will see that the Mike is spying the back to his side, and the Will is spying the quarterback. Okay, now what this does for us, it kind of creates a 4-man rush based off what the tailback and the quarterback do. Now, we give a 2-way go to our 5 techniques. They cannot be wrong. They can go inside, outside. We're going to generate a 4th rusher based off the intentions of the running back and the quarterback. So you'll see our 5 techniques, they cannot be wrong. Okay, I give them a 2-way go. Just you are on a rush to get to the quarterback. Now, you will see that the Mike is going to buy up the back. However, it flushed like we wanted it to. Okay, the quarterback is flushed. The 5 techniques, D-line have done their job. It's flushed. Now you'll see the exchange where the Mike will take the quarterback and the Will now take the running back. Okay, let me show you. So here's a better copy of it. Again, we're playing 2-man the back end. The Mike's looking at the back. The Will's looking at the quarterback. And you'll see that it's flushed. So now the Mike will come off the back and try to sack the quarterback. The Will now replace, and he'll take the back if it becomes like a tailback screen situation. So again, our kids love it because I call a 3-man rush and they kind of get to do their own deal. So you'll see number 8, he's spine 6. He's spine thinking tailback screen. Well, the pocket flushes. Now I'm going to come off and I'm going to try to sack quarterback. And 21, again, this will linebacker, he becomes the guy on the back. You notice the back stays in protection. Now 21 can add if need be. Okay, and again, here's a situation you'll see out of trips. Okay, you'll notice that we are playing 2-man. Over here, this guy could not catch football. They went trips, FTB, formation to boundary. This guy was not allowed to catch football. So we're playing double spy, gold. You'll see a tailback screen, and there's where the 4th rush idea comes in. I got about, 2 minutes left, and I'll get –
Yep.
All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This will take 2 minutes. All right, last one. Easy tags to get your guy free. Okay, what's that mean? Easy tags to get your guy free. We all have that guy that we want to get free, and this is usually good for your D lineman guy. If you got that 5 technique who's just a guy, this is an awesome way for 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 to get him free. Okay, and we've created a couple ways to get our guy free, and again, it's usually good for your D lineman. Okay, and simple, effective execution. Find a way to get your guy free. Develop tags and code words, and we have 2 of them, nasty and wait. And then we develop a package where he will stand up, and I'll show you. And it's a great clip. So again, this is kind of for that stud 5 technique you got, that guy you want to get free. Let me show you the end zone copy. It's better. So okay, this is out of again our wide package, and we're working 3rd and long again in practice, good on good periods. And here's my guy right here with his hand in the dirt. And we're going to do what we call a wait call. Wait is a tag that we use that you'll see the Mike blitz to take the tackle, and 46 is going to wait on that Mike. And what it does is it gives us a one-on-one with the back, which we want, a 5 technique and our best guy on the back. Yes, they block. They have a situation of blocking, but that's the one-on-one matchup that we want. So there's a wait tag to show you right there. Okay, here's another wait tag that I can show you. So you'll notice, again, this is all out of wide package that we talked about earlier. You'll notice that we run the Mike through the B gap. We're spying the will on the back. There's the wait. The ball's got to get off quick. Okay, from the end zone copy, you'll notice that the number 6, the Mike, goes to the B. We're waiting on him to pass. We're spying with the will in the back. And the last one, again, really, really good for your 5 technique. Guys, you kind of want to get off the edge. Create a package to where he's standing up. So what we did is we created a package for this guy to stand up, and we're going to bring him. Okay, it's just an edge rush, the 4-man pressure. But what it does is, again, is it gets your best guy. Where's he going to be? And you stun him, and good things happen. So again, easy tags. That was a wait tag I showed you earlier. Now here's a stand up where we're going to edge rushing. And again, it gives you the opportunity to get your guy free in a situation on 3rd and long. Okay, again, notice the D&D. All right, I don't really know why they ran sprint draw right here. Good news for us, but I'll show you on the wide copy. Notice the change. Notice it's 3rd and 14. Guys, again, to go back, okay, on 3rd down, man, make it fun. Rep it every day, okay? Identify your best blitzer. Okay, I'll show you this last screen. Identify your best blitzer. Create 2 packages that you're going to go with every Friday night. It gets the 4th linebacker, the 5th DB, create a dime package, and then run the reports. Okay, it's 3rd and 4 just like 3rd and 8. Where's the run-pass ratio dramatically change and find the cut? Guys, again, here my Twitter is at Coach Gower. Would love to talk ball. Victory, I thank you so very, very much for your generosity and having me on, guys. Thank you very, very much.
Coach, we appreciate it as always. And fantastic presentation. That was great. And just the different ways that you were able to implement even the players that are 3, 4, 5 deep, who may not see the field. It's a great way to get them on the field, especially the guys who can have an impact and have speed, to be able to get them on and just make plays. A couple of highlights here I just want to note before we get into our question segment. Think players, not plays. I think that was pretty much the overlying factor between all of that, right, is to make sure that you're getting those guys on the field and just letting them play ball, essentially. And
and that's the deal. It's like you say it's elementary, think players not plays, but you got to remember, the conflict too, the conflict idea too. The RPO stuff. Take him out of conflict. And then develop packages. I think that's also big about developing 2 packages you're going to take with you every Friday night.
Yep. So what we're going to do now, we're going to jump into our Q&A section. If anyone has any questions, we've already had some questions come through the chat right now, Coach. So we're going to spend the next 10 minutes or so just firing questions off at you so you're able to answer them. First one comes in. Is there any personnel you don't like this package to? So I know you mentioned before the show that you don't see a lot of 21, 22 personnel. Is there any personnel that maybe you see that you don't like this package to in prepping for it?
Well, and that's the deal. You got to remember, this is like a 3rd and long situation. I hope people aren't. I say I hope. If you're in 21 personnel on 3rd and 7, okay, we'll probably keep the base on the field. You get those guys who get in 21 personnel, but they get empty. They keep the same 11 guys getting 9,000 formations. You saw in the clip that people were in 20 personnel and we still ran Renegade at them. And there's not really one that scares me. But again, you got to go back run the reports. It's 3rd and 2, the same as 3rd and 7. So we're not going to be in Renegade on 3rd and 2 if you're 80% run.
Mm-hmm. Another one that came through here, we talk about protection schemes. When you're game planning, how do you just look at mostly 3rd down, the protection schemes that are running there, whether it's a slide scheme, a man scheme? How do you break down the blocking schemes pregame when you're using these packages?
Sure. Now, here's how I do it. On 1st, 2nd down, we're using our base blitzes, our base stunts. I look at their protection, and then I go back and I say, okay, does it marry on 3rd and long? Mm-hmm. And usually sometimes it does, because again, a lot of people in our league, they don't make 3rd and 7 be different than 1st 10. And so I have to go back and I have to realize, okay, look, everybody's doing the same thing on 3rd and 6 as they are in 1st 10. So does the pass protection of our opponents, does it mimic 1st 10 and also 3rd and long? Mm-hmm. And if it does, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. And so, yes, I watch pass protection if it marries 1st and 10 and 3rd and 6. If not, then I've got to come up with the ideas and blitzes to get effective on 3rd and long. And you saw how we got effective by bringing the mic away from the slide, but also to the slide. And that's kind of a game plan situation.
Awesome. All right. Ryan, you got anything come through on your end, question-wise?
Yeah, I had a question. As far as analytics go on 3rd down, how do you use those in your self-scout as well as the opponent situational? You just touch on that a little bit about how you use analytics in that aspect.
Yeah, sure. So for the opponent, again, I find where the cut is, right? Where's that run-pass ratio dramatically changed? To where I can bring in my personnels and my different packages, and hey, I'm not afraid to bring in our stand-up package on 3rd and 5. And some people get me. Don't get me wrong. Some people change tendency. But if you're 80-20 pass to run on 3rd and 5, we're going to get nasty. We're going to get in wide. We're going to get in Renegade. We're going to get some defensive package that you're going to have trouble with because your run pass ratio dramatically changed. Now, for me, every week we're going to bring in at least one new blitz, stunt, or change of personnel and package. And so you've game planned the Renegade thing. You've game planned the stand-up situation. Well, I may not bring it in the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So you're looking at, they ran Renegade week 3, but they didn't run it week 4, week 5, week 6. Now they've got us week 7. Are they going to use it or not? Mm-hmm. So I've got that in your mind of I might not. But in between that, I brought in what we call like our kamikaze package, okay, which I didn't get to. Or I'll bring in what we call our money package. Okay, so we have all these packages that we can use that may be like, again, a 2-3-6 or a 2-4-5. Because I want you to work and not get comfortable on 3rd and long.
For sure.
Yep.
And just one more. When you guys are doing the blitz, the formation, and blitzing the back out of the for that RPO conflict stuff you're talking about, how do you deal with backs releasing out to, like, especially in that 3-by-1 formation where you have that free safety manned up on the backside receiver. How do you go about teaching your guys to pick up that back coming out of the backfield with the route?
Like 3-by-1 minus the pistol, right? If they shoot the back weak, whoever the edge rush is will peel with him.
Gotcha. Yep, for sure.
So he's 1-by-1. We teach blitz pass just like everybody in America does. If he's weak or pistol, we treat it just if he could flare or swing weak. So that edge rush, whoever that edge rush guy is, like that corner I showed you, the crash blitz, he would peel with the back weak.
Understood. Yeah, I was making sure. I was asking.
Yeah, and Coach, we just have one more question here, at least coming through the chat. Like I said, if there's any questions that for Coach Gower, feel free to ask them now. But for now, this is the last one I believe we have. Just talking about your terminology. How do you go about naming things? Do you let the kids name it? Do you have a set name, or it's just kind of throw against the wall and let it stick?
Yeah, so like we have set names. Okay, so like all of my coverages, like our 2-by-2 coverages, are Texas cities. Okay, so like we base out like cover 4 ideas: Palms, 2 Reed, Robber, stuff like that. And all of our verbiage for coverages are Texas cities: Dallas, Houston, Waco, Austin, Lubbock, stuff like that. Our blitzes you saw earlier are S from the strong side: sugar, spice, salt, wheat, water, whiskey, wine, stuff like that. Yep. That's been fun, developing packages and verbiage. And I'm big on word association. I'm big on developing 2 words and get it out. So we face so much no huddle, tempo, fast stuff that I don't have time to get out 6 words. Yep. And so creating verbiage has been big, and I create that. I've created that over years, stolen and begged from this place and that place to create my own verbiage. And if that's something you want to talk about, you can DM me at Coach Gower on Twitter.
Yep. Perfect. Well, no more questions that have come through the chat.